Hi everyone, we are up to busting safety myth number 3 of 10. More rules equals more safety. The myth is that when an incident occurs, the knee-jerk reaction is to add another rule, add another policy or checklist. The assumption is that if we could just write enough procedures to cover every contingency, work will be safe. Piling on rules creates the illusion of control. For leaders, it's tangible proof that they're actually doing something about safety. It's auditable, defensible, and satisfies the urge to respond decisively. But it often mistakes bureaucratic activity for meaningful action. What science actually shows us is this: good intentions create bad outcomes. Research from Storkerson and others in 2020 found that when regulators tried to simplify rules, organisations responded by creating massive, overcomplicated internal systems to prove compliance, turning simple guidance into 23 bindings of procedures that no one could realistically use. It also creates safety clutter. Sidney Dekker in 2014 warned that this creates a mountain of paperwork, of forms, procedures that don't make work safer but do drain time, energy, and focus for managing real dynamic risk. It's also a one-way street. Renee Almaberti in 2001 calls this the rule ratchet. In complex systems, new rules are constantly added in response to events, but the old, irrelevant ones are almost never removed. The system grows relentlessly more complex, more brittle, and unworkable. The real-world impact of this is an obsession with rules that creates a culture of compliance safety, where work is done to pass an audit and not to be safe. It ties the hands of frontline staff, preventing them from using their expertise to adapt to unexpected situations. A system that is too rigid to bend will eventually break. The evidence-based alternative is this: you build capability, not bureaucracy. Instead of adding another binder to the shelf, focus on building resilience. Simplify with purpose. Aggressively audit your procedures for usefulness, not just for completeness. If a rule does not help people do work safely, then get rid of it. Design for reality. You should be creating simple, flexible guidelines that support how work is actually done, not how you imagine it to be done in a boardroom. Trust expertise over checklists. Invest in your people's capacity to recognise and manage risk, empowering their judgment rather than trying to replace it with paper. Measure learning, not compliance. Track how effectively your organisation learns and adapts, not just how many boxes were ticked. For me, I once audited a manufacturing plant where the safety manual was a 4-foot stack of binders that literally no one had read in full. Meanwhile, the experienced operators had developed elegant, informal practices that actually kept them safe. The tragedy here is that management kept adding new procedures after every event, burying the practical safety wisdom under layers of bureaucratic noise. I helped them to declutter, and we had some fabulous results. A mine site that I worked at actually had me draft a procedure on how to go to the toilet for a new portable toilet that we had installed underground. You can see, right, that this stuff is rife across so many different industries. So, in the comments below, I would love to know, what's the most absurd safety rule or procedure that you have encountered that actually made work either less safe or diverted attention away from the real hazards? Let me know in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you.